y'all, so we just got back with the truck and I haven't done anything. We pulled it out of the woods from this guy and nothing's been touched. Obviously got a little bit of body cancer. It's definitely got some rough spots, but I mean, they're not terrible. It's not taking up the whole panel. That one's pretty bad. But tailgate's spray painted black. The whole thing has just been painted over red. I think it was blue originally, but you know, what can you do? The bed just has a ton of crap in it. Same with the interior. Got an American flag though. That's pretty nice. It's a 4-speed, 4-wheel drive, all that stuff. No radio, which is hilarious, but trash all over the floors, trash behind it. But it's pretty muddy right now and this bed is filled up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it off and show y'all more about this thing once I got it a little bit cleaned up. So here it is, right off the trailer, clean and pressure washed, looking nice, better than when I bought it already. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all basically what this thing is, what I bought. So I paid $1,000 for this thing. It is a 1981 F150 and it's 4-wheel drive. It's a 4-speed on the floor and it's looking a little rough. Definitely has seen better days, but it was only $1,000, so that's not half bad. And I bought it, it wasn't running. Look, they got trash everywhere, all this stuff. Love the American flag though, that's cool. So I bought this thing and it wasn't running. It's got a ton of rust too. And he said, even when it does run, he said it ran a couple months ago, that it has a huge skip in the motor. So I was like, okay, I was a little unsure about the skip. So went ahead and negotiated down to $1,000. And he was like, oh, okay, like that's fair. He went with it. I was thinking, hey, look, tires are in really nice condition. If nothing else, I get a nice pair of tires out of it. So I got it home, and here, I'll show you all the interior again. There's trash everywhere. Still stuff in the bed. Haven't gotten that all out yet. So I got it home, and I started working on it. And he said that they have replaced the distributor, all the plugs, and all that stuff. Distributor, plugs, wires, and yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. So I got it home and then I fixed the timing because the timing was off. That's why the thing didn't run originally. Here, I'll pop the hood so I can show you. But I had fixed the timing. It was off with the distributor. So I went ahead and just twisted it to where it sounded right once I got it running. Here. The hood's a little rough right there, but distributor brand new. I twisted it till I got it running. Then it ran, it sputtered and was terrible. And then I heard the skip he was talking about. So you would run, you would give it gas, and in that mid-range of RPMs, it would just sputter back and forth, almost like a misfire, but the whole car would jerk back and forth and you couldn't really drive it. So I started replacing small things. I got the throttle sensor that I replaced. The solenoid actually went out, so I just had to replace that anyways. Filled it up with coolant, filled it up with oil, all that stuff, and somehow the skip fixed itself. I have no idea what it was or what it could have been, but it seemed to have fixed itself. It was going one time, and then I started again and drove it around for a little bit. Once you get to the higher RPM ranges, it seemed to disappear, so I was driving in granny gear on higher RPM. And then I dropped back down and it just seemed to fix itself. So that was good. Might come back. I don't know. If it does, I'll actually show y'all. But now this thing is actually running and driving. But the reason I actually got it for $1,000 is because this is a 90s EFI on an 81 block. So they had put, that's why all the wires are a mess too. They had put this new EFI, like this newer EFI, I say new. It's from the 90s. And it's a little jerry-rigged, but it works, it runs, and so they replaced the carburetor with this thing, which I don't like very much, but I mean, now I got it, so, you know, but it now runs, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you all it running. It runs actually pretty nice now. So now I got a running and driving truck on 33s, 4-wheel drive for $1,000, which is actually great. I just drove it down the road and it had no issues on me. I stalled it a couple times because I didn't drive a stick, but you know. He starts right up. It's got a belt issue, but I can fix that later. But it surges a little bit, and I think that's just timing. I can mess with the timing a little more. But other than that, it seemed to be running great. It's got a couple dents and everything. He said he hit a deer with this left side right here. You can see on the hood too. But yeah, you can hear it surging. It just went up and down again. I'll give it a rev and I'll show you all what it used to do. The first rev, you'd hear it a little bit. It was like a slight skip. But before that, it was a huge skip and it would just almost stop and then come back. But no exhaust, just cut off. Under it, it don't look half bad. It's a little rusty, but I mean, not terrible. So I thought that was pretty nice. But, you know, he said it had a new clutch in it too, which I saw. It's really new because there's no like in between with the clutch. I would let go of that thing and it would just, I would try to ease off the clutch and it would just pop on me. But yeah, I just want to update y'all on the new project. Whatever I do with it, I'll film it. I apologize for not filming, actually getting it running, but it took me not too long. Didn't think it would be too interesting. But let me know in the comments what I should do with this thing. If I should take it off-roading or just flip it and sell it, make it look a little nicer. Put a lift on it, who knows? Oh, and the front headlights do work, those don't. But who knows? Just let me know what I should do with it.